Fly Goddess. Alright, and real quick, let's get into this reading. Alright, so somebody wants to come in and be who you need. Alright, twins are getting ready to be born. Alright, money is coming. Alright, somebody's getting ready to move in with someone. Somebody's ready to stay together. Somebody knows that it's you. Alright, so somebody is being who you need because they know that you're the one. Alright, I'm hearing double for your trouble under twins being born. Billionaire Club is here. Alright, God sits with you. They know that you're unstoppable. They thought that they would get you, but something happened at the last minute. Alright, somebody had a dream about you. Alright, so I felt like somebody was awakened to a situation. Somebody could have had some sort of a vision or a dream. Alright, and it's all happening now. Somebody's stepping out of their comfort zone. It could be you or it could be this other person. Texas is here. Alright, so relocation could be significant when it comes to stepping out of a comfort zone. Alright, surprising you. Secret getaway. Alright, so somebody could be surprising you with a secret getaway. Texas could be significant. When you least expect it, it's all happening now. Alright, somebody knows it's over. Somebody knows that they lost. So whoever wants to stop somebody from moving forward, they know that they can't. Alright, somebody could have been holding on to money. They cannot. Alright. East Coast is significant. Alright, somebody had a dream about abundance. And somebody had a dream that somebody was pregnant and twins. So somebody could be getting ready to have twins. Alright, you already are wealthy and they know it. Like I said, there's a money call coming. Somebody getting ready to shower you with gifts. Somebody's getting ready to do something. Let me make sure my sound is on because I would be mad if it wasn't. Let's see. What's going on? Hey. Alright, let's see. Alright, I had to make sure the sound was working. Alright, so I'm back. Alright, let's see what's going on. Alright, so somebody wants to shower you with gifts. Like I said, somebody is ready to move, stay together. So there's definitely someone relocating. Somebody's relocating, whether it's you or them or the both of you. But this is a fairy tale love. Like I said, somebody knows that it's you. Somebody's doing something on purpose. Alright? Somebody's doing something on purpose. You can win this battle. There's some sort of a up. I don't even want to say upheaval or a battle, but it's a decision that you're going to make. All right, when it comes to a new beginning. All right, and it's getting ready to start for you. You deserve everything that you're asking for, and it's all getting ready to come towards you. Get ready to cry for joy. Somebody can't get you off of their mind. All right, they want to surprise you with a getaway when you least expect it. Somebody can't get you off their mind. That shit came out again. I just said that shit and then it just came out. That's crazy. All right, out of nowhere, like I said, when you least expect it, out of nowhere, you could be getting some sort of phone call. Somebody is stepping out of their comfort zone and doing something that they normally would not do. All right, you're the star. Somebody is realizing that it's you, is what I'm hearing. You set all of your haters down. All right, something's getting ready to happen when you least expect it. All right, let's pull some of these Chinese divination cards. All right. Oh, somebody could have backed away from a situation because it was something that they had to do, or somebody had to take their time doing something. All right. Somebody had to focus, so somebody had to back away from everything and focus. All right. Yeah, splitting apart, breakdown. Somebody had to back away from everything in order to function on what needed to be done so that they could move forward. All right. Fellowship and community. All right, you could be meeting a lot of people, conversating right at this time. All right, difficulty at the beginning, chaos before growth. It's like you're in the waiting room, all right, and um, you're waiting on something before you can move. All right, so you're waiting on something before you move, some sort of standstill before you move forward. All right, and then it says completion, new cycle begins. All right, so before completion, new cycle is getting ready to end. So something could be at a standstill right now. You could feel like something is not moving for you. All right, but in fact it is moving for you. All right, pure creative energy at this time. All right, so you could be real creative at this time. Spirit is telling you to use that energy, self control. All right, I'm hearing transmute energy, deep emotional waters, and heavy burdens. All right, I'm hearing let go of your past. All right, let go of your past because those are the things that are blocking you and keeping you at a standstill. All right, so I'm hearing the doubts. I'm hearing the doubt, to let go of the doubt because something is divinely on time. Something is divinely on time. Unbalanced relationships. All right, so this was about setting boundaries, setting standards. All right, holding together the things that you were holding on to. All right, Spirit is saying put more focus into yourself. All right, if you put more focus into yourself, oppositions and differences instead of the differences that you're having between others. All right, or something that you have, I don't want to say an issue with, but something that is bothering you. All right, Spirit is saying put that to the side. All right, it's time to focus on self. All right, once you start focusing on self, then all the other stuff will just come straight to you. All right, return, renewal, rebirth is here. All right, yeah, wait patient before darkening of the light. Some sort of hidden truth is coming out, gathering together community power. So you get ready to find out something about a group of people, all right, who was doing something. You're getting ready to find out what a group of people were up to stop some sort of new beginning from happening. All right, possession, great possession and abundance is here. You got some sort of opportunity coming your way. All right, thunder, sudden shock. All right, so you guys, it's some sort of tower moment is getting ready to happen. Something that's going to shock you. All right, you weren't expecting whatever this is. All right, but it's going to bring you peace and harmony where it used to be conflict and disagreements. All right, before completion, new cycles. All right, inspired action. You're going to be inspired to take some sort of turn. Okay, peace and harmony is here again. All right, you're going to go with the flow. There's something about you going with the flow. All right, let's see. That was nice. Let's see. Okay. I gotta split these cards up because there's so many. Alright, let's see. Alright, voodoo. Somebody could have been doing some voodoo. Somebody could have been doing some voodoo. Alright, somebody owes you, and this is why somebody was probably doing some voodoo, so something wouldn't go in your favor. Leaving the East Coast, having twins, alright? So somebody could be, twins is heavy out here. So somebody, either somebody that you know could be having twins, or you could just, something about twins is significant. Or double for your trouble, alright? Receiving double rewards. Somebody owes you. Somebody could be paying you with interest. All right, somebody getting in a car accident, legal matters. All right, somebody could have some legal matters after a car accident. Maybe somebody could have found something. Dirty cop is here, traveling the world. All right, somebody could have been doing something illegal. All right, someone else is buying a vehicle for you. All right, somebody's gonna get arrested after an accident. Ooh, now somebody's gonna get arrested after an accident. I guess whatever. Somebody could have been driving with no license, or somebody could have hurt somebody. Somebody could have something. All right, sponsoring your life. All right, I'm hearing insurance. Something about insurance. Somebody getting ready to sue. You'll be able to. Somebody's going to be able to sue somebody. Maybe. I don't know what that is. All right, Maryland. Emperor is significant. Somebody want to sponsor your life. All right, paid to be quiet. There was somebody who was paid to be quiet. All right, Emperor. All right, concur. Oh, I can't even talk. Congratulations, you did it. All right, somebody is not dead. Somebody was paid to be quiet. What the fuck is that? West is significant. All right, so something about the West Coast. And then we got East Coast here. So something about East to West. All right. Somebody is hoping that you can hear them telepathically. All right, because this person is still around, coming to get you. All right, congratulations, you did it. Coming to get you. Something's getting ready to happen. All right. There's a fake supporter that knows that you are spot on, and this is why nobody is talking to you. All right, so somebody knows that you're telling the truth about something. An old real estate agent about a trust and a will. There's warrants here to a fake supporter. So somebody who you are not mingling with. This could, a fake supporter could be a family member too. All right, somebody is watching through someone else's page. All right, and they know that you are spot on what you're talking about. Something about a money tree. All right. There's going to be money falling from out of the skies for you. There's a whole bunch of shit going on. All right. Something's changing overnight. Something is changing overnight. Let's see. I'm like, oh, Christmas is coming early. That's what I'm, and this is down here by Trust and Will. It has something to do with an estate, some sort of property. All right, something about oldest. Midtown could be significant. A brother, brother-in-law, or uncle could be significant. Warrants. All right. You will forgive these people because you're getting ready to receive something. So it's like holding grudges. What is that going to do? You forgive them because they just don't know that they couldn't fuck with you. All right, has a present for you, a big surprise. Somebody wants to assist you with something. This is an elevated person, so it's something that you were trying to do, something that you were wanting to get accomplished. You're getting ready to receive that. All right, somebody could have been paid to harm you. All right, and this could be just like spell work and shit like that. All right, to stop shit from happening in your path. All right, somebody is watching you. Somebody did candle magic. Damn, I just said that. Somebody did some candle magic. Somebody did candle magic. All right. Let's see. Spa is here. Somebody could be going to jail. Right. All right. Let's see. Filthy rich. Making a home. Somebody's making a home for you to come to. All right. A daughter is significant. No effort. Somebody's doing something with no effort. All right. Effortlessly. All right. Somebody wants to extend a family with you. Pineapple could be significant. All right. Your entire family. Up. All right. Somebody could have went to see a dark practitioner. Now these people feel stupid because you got money coming in. All right. The money you've been waiting for is here. It's something about a mason. I want to pull a few more cards. Somebody is begging to come back, to be back in your life. Somebody is begging or getting ready to. Somebody you could have cut off. Or somebody could just be trying to come back around. All right, apartment is significant. Something about a mason that stays in an apartment. A decision has been made. Somebody hates your power because you do things effortlessly. All right, somebody has some sort of somebody aborted something and lied. All right, yesterday could be significant. The beach. All right, you're getting ready to, I'm hearing renewal. You're getting ready for some renewal. Trillionaire here and youngest. All right, so the oldest person could be leaving the youngest when it comes to something specific. All right, date night is here. Somebody is spiraling out of control. All right, because somebody tried to take something that was yours. All right, and they know that shit is coming to an end. All right, somebody understands the position that you have in this world. Somebody wants to treat you like a princess. All right, I'm getting princess treatment. All right. All right, so somebody not wanting to wait to marry you. So somebody does not want to wait to marry you. All right. Let's see, a few more cards. Oh, black man is here in California. All right, let's see. So something significant about a black man in California. Libra is significant as well. All right, and that is your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for the next read, you guys.